Okay, so we've opened up the image we want to add some smoke to. As you can see here in this image, it's already been converted to black and white. It was originally shot in color. I felt that the image itself added more by converting it to black and white. Very, very easy to do, but I won't go into that during this tutorial. So this image is still lacking something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some smoke to the ground here, smoke or some fog effect, just to give it that little bit something else. Very, very simple to do, and we start by doing a new layer, file new. Okay, create, just leave it on the settings it gives you, that's absolutely fine. Filter, down to render, and we are going to go to the clouds effect, and you get that nice rendered cloud look. Okay, so hit V on the keyboard, that will give you the move tool. Pick that up, just drag it to our image and into the image. Just hit OK on that, that's fine. Now don't worry about too much about the size, because we're going to manipulate that anyway with a free transform. So Command and T gives us our transform. Hold down the Shift key, and we're just going to make that a little bit bigger. Hit return, and we can move that in place. Now obviously there we want to add some perspective to that to make it look halfway realistic. So let's just lower the opacity on that that layer there. Let's rename that layer to Cloud 1. Okay, so Command T again for the transform, and I'm going to go up to Image Transform, and I want to add some perspective on that. So let's just start dragging our cloud layer until we're happy with the perspective. And basically we want the line to run along the same line really as the doorway. So let's manipulate that a bit more. Let's move that as well. Okay, hit return. Command T again. I'm going to now change the transform to rotate. I'm just going to rotate that layer around to suit the line of the door. So we're just going to go to the base of the doorway there. Now obviously we can see that we need to extend this area out here and bring that one up. So back up to edit, transform, and scale. Hold the Shift key, it maintains the proportions. Just drag that out, and then we can move that back into place there. Let's do the same again the other side, just so it fills the bottom of our frame there. And when you're happy with that, we can hit return. Okay, so now obviously what we want to do is try and get rid of this harsh line. We'll make this look halfway realistic. So hit B on the keyboard, which brings up your brush tools. Now I've already got my brush set to 200. It's a soft edge brush, opacity 100, and flow is 100. I'm going to make the cloud layer into there. If you hit the layer mask icon, it's a non-destructive way of removing elements from the photo, the layer that you don't want. So we can easily replace that if we choose to later. So let's just do a rough line across there, just take the edge off there. Bit of zigzagging, bit of jagged. messiness is the key here. So that's the first one. So what I want to do now is I want to add a slightly different cloud, but bring it higher up, because smoke isn't going to sit on just that line. We want to add a little bit of smoke effect up the top here as well. So file, another new layer. Again, hit the create button. We're going to go filter render again. Hit clouds. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to go filter render different clouds on this one. Lovely. Hit the V button on the keyboard, which is your move tool, and again drag that into the photo. Okay, let me catch up. Rename that to Clouds 2, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to Command T. We're going to scale that up so we got a nice big layer, and then we are going to start to manipulate that. Again, we're going to start off with the perspective. So we can lower the opacity of that again, just so we can see what we're doing. And again, the perspective we want similar to Clouds 1 layer. And then we're going to rotate that again. So it's there like that. Back to transform, scale it, make it a little bit bigger. So again, it comes right across our image. And down there like that. That's great. Now I just want to alter the perspective on that slightly. There we go. So it's almost sweeping across the photo. There we go. Right, and then I'm going to rotate that a little bit. Now with this part of the process, it's basically whatever you like. We're all going to like the look slightly differently, so it's whatever suits your tastes really, and the effect that you're going for. This is by no means a one rule, one answer type of edit to a photograph. Every time we do this, it's going to be slightly different because it depends on the photograph as well. So we're going to take it just to his knees, hit return, and then again make that a layer mask, hit the brush tool, and then I'm just going to brush away that edge. And then what I also want to do, I'm going to change my brush. Let's go back to basic brushes. There we go. There we go. Right. It's brush a little bit bigger. So it's a soft, round edgy brush. I'm just going to take away some of the smoke effect there. Let's take that down a bit. And again, we just keep rubbing away until we're happy with the look. Okay. Obviously, if we do too much, we can always hit X on the keyboard and we can brush those and start painting the areas back in. But if you're happy, leave it there. And there you go. That is how you add a smoke effect to your photographs. Now I'm going to do two two cloud effects on this image. Render clouds. Okay, it helps if I set my foreground to black, background to white. So let's do it again. Filter down to render clouds.